Okay, good morning, everyone. I think we're all on the same timeline here on the New York Times. So, good morning. Welcome to the class. So, today's class is going to be about lower back care. I think everyone could use some of that at any given point, right? So the thing about the lower back care is that if you're having any acute pain or something's going on, like seriously going on with your lower back, this is not the time to do this practice. This is more prevention and just strengthening the lower back and the core muscles. So if that's you, you're in the right place right now. Okay. So good morning, namaste. And we are starting in crocodile position, please. So lie down on your belly. If that's uncomfortable for you, on your back in Shavasana. Otherwise, stack your forearms. Bring the elbows in a little bit so your chest is elevated off the ground. Take your feet apart, maybe to the sides of the mat, maybe a little bit closer together but apart. Relax your feet. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes and breathe. Relax. Breathe naturally. Just noticing how things are this morning, how your body is feeling, what your mental state is. Remember, there's no judgment. Just neutrally observing yourself. Also observing your breath, how it feels to breathe in the body this morning. And now start deepening your breath. Gently. And then with your next exhalation, start gently squeezing your abdominals. So full release on the inhalation, and then on the exhalation, squeeze the belly and repeat a couple of times. And let go. Right. If you are on your belly, roll over onto your back. And if you're in Shavasana, bend your knees. So rolling onto your back with the knees bent. And rest your arms in any comfortable position now. Breathe, continue to breathe freely. So hopefully your breath now is a little bit longer, a little bit slower, or make a little bit of effort to make it that way. So lengthen your breath, both inhalation and exhalation, and you can bring a count to your breath that will help with evening out the breath, like say 5-second breath, 5-second inhalation and 5-second exhalation. Now bring your awareness to your spine here. So notice how your spine is. What's the position of your spine? Do you have that natural curve in the back? Or is your back flat on the ground? Just noticing those things. There's no need to change anything. Just notice how your spine is. Is your spine lengthened on the ground? Okay, let's do a few rounds of the abdominal squeeze here. Just the belly. So take a deep inhalation through the nose, and then on the exhalation, squeeze the belly towards the spine. On the inhalation, release. You can stay with a Kunchana Prasarana, the abdominal squeeze, or you can go on to Agnisara. So just a reminder here, Agnisara, you start with pressing the feet into the mat, so that will engage the inner thighs. Then you squeeze the perineum floor, and then the lower abdominals, and then the upper abdominals. That's all on one exhalation. And then release on the inhalation. A few of those. Okay, and release the effort. Release the effort. Just rest on your back. And now place your feet for bridge. So bring your ankles underneath the knees. So the shins are vertical, and your feet and your knees are about hip distance apart. And hip distance meaning the skeletal distance, where your femurs come out of the hip joints, okay? All right, prepare for a few rounds of dynamic bridge. So feet are firmly pressed into the mat, and then on the inhalation, start lifting the pelvis, and the arms roll over the head. And then on the exhalation, lower everything down. So the work here is, and the focus here is on timing the movement with the breath. Continue about 5 more times. And then lower onto the ground, lower the back, lower the arms. And now if you have a block, please grab your yoga block, or it can be a book, or maybe even a blanket, rolled up blanket. So place it in between the thighs, and then come up into bridge. The arms stay down here. So squeeze the block with your thighs. You can intertwine the hands underneath you and maybe come up a little bit higher. And we are staying here for about 5 breaths. So the chest is moving towards the chin, but not the chin towards the chest. 2 more breaths. Good. And slowly lower down. You can set the walk aside and relax here. Relax, keep your knees bent. Relax your body. Maybe even close your eyes and notice. Notice how it feels so far. Okay. Now bring the knees into the chest. And knee circles. So on the inhalation, your knees are moving away from you. On the exhalation, you're bringing the knees back into the chest. There's a little bit of a back massage happening here. And the further, you can choose to extend the legs further away from you for a little bit of an added abdominal work or not. And reverse the direction of the rotation. Good. And then finish this last round and bring the knees into the chest, hug the knees into the chest. And then release the feet to the ground. So take your feet apart to the sides of the mat. Take your arms away from the, just out of the way. And windshield wiper knees with the breath. Taking an inhalation in the center. And then on the exhalation, lowering the knees to one side for the duration of the exhalation. And then on the inhalation, bringing the knees back up. And then exhaling, lowering the knees to the other side. So continue this slow breath aligned movement for your knees. This is actually really, really good for the lower back. So just keep that in mind. And for the mind too, that breath aligned movement. So a few more times to each side. With the breath. Okay, and finish. Okay, now bring your left knee into the chest. Hold behind the left thigh. And if you can, straighten the right leg onto the mat. And we're gonna, on the inhalation, you're gonna straighten the left knee and push the left heel into the sky. And then on the exhalation, bend the knee, pull the knee into the chest. Continue like that, at least 10 times on this side. Focus on your breathing. You can also slightly bend that, or as much as you need to bend that right knee. If extending the right leg on the mat proves to be a little bit too much, you can bend the right knee. And then extend the left leg up to the sky, hold the back of the thigh, and create that really good connection. There's strong connection between your hands and your thigh. And now press the left side of the lower back into the ground. So we're staying here and breathing. 5 breaths. Good. And then bend the knee, bring the foot down and bend the right knee. Let's take a couple of resting breaths here. And I invite you to close your eyes here and feel the difference between the left and the right side. Okay, let's even it out. I could feel the difference definitely between the left and the right side. The left side feels more spacious, more airy after this. So definitely want to even it out, right? Okay, so right knee into the chest, left leg either extended or maybe bent depending on your own body, right? Okay, so right knee into the chest, holding the back of the thigh. The knee is bent. And then on the inhalation, straighten the right knee, push the heel into the sky. On the exhalation, bend. Staying with the breath, focusing on the breath. Continue. And then the next time your leg is extended up to the sky, your right heel is reaching up to the sky. Now there's a strong connection between the hands and the thigh. And then see if you can press the left side of the lower back into the ground. A couple of breaths here with that engagement. Good, and release. Bring that foot down, bend the left knee, just one breath here. Good. And then roll over onto one side and push yourself up to tabletop, hands and knees. Okay, so find your tabletop here, please, with the neutral spine, strong arms, wrists underneath the shoulders. Okay, and now we're gonna alternate between tabletop and downward facing dog a few times. Starting in tabletop with the neutral spine, right? Tuck the toes, take a deep breath in here. And then on the exhalation, up and back into downward facing dog. On the inhalation, knees down, arch the back, and repeat a few more times. If for whatever reason coming up into downward facing dog is not what your body needs this morning, you can push back into child's pose instead of down dog. Continue a few more times, maybe even closing your eyes. If you feel stable, maybe try closing your eyes, see how that feels. Okay, good. And then next time you're on tabletop, finish. Okay, now if you need to give your wrist a little bit of a break, now is the time. So just either massage your wrist, or you can place the tops of the hands down onto the mat and slowly peel them off. Maybe shaking them off. Okay, good. Yep. All right, and then when you're ready, come back to tabletop, please. Okay. Firm up the arms. Remember again that you have a choice of placing your hands on the fists. Again, if there's a problem with the wrists. Also, a soft support under the wrists helps. Okay, engage the abdominals, and then on the inhalation, lift the right leg and the left arm. And then exhale, bring the hand and the knee down. Inhale, the other side, left leg, right arm. Exhale, bring it down. Continue with your own breath, alternating the sides. Just a couple more repetitions. And then the next time your right arm and left leg are up, staying here. Abdominals in, staying for about 5 breaths. And lower. Just 1 or 2 breaths here in the symmetrical position. So mentally prepare for the other side. And then on the inhalation, right leg and left arm. About 5 breaths here. Stabilize yourself, focus, and breathe. And lower. Okay, let's do a few cat-cows here. Inhale, arch the back, exhale, round the back, or any other movements that help here. Okay, and then when you're ready, come to plank. So you can choose to do plank, your plank off your knees. In this case, you will walk your knees back and then shift the shoulders over the wrist, like this. The abs are strong. Or you can come to full plank. Let's take 3 breaths here. And on the next exhalation, push back into downward facing dog or child's pose. 5 breaths here. Two more breaths, either in child's or downward facing dog. Good. And now everybody, if you're in down dog, bring the knees down, please. Take your knees apart and push back into child's pose. Okay, come back to plank, please. So your variation of plank, you can be on your extended arms, you can drop your elbows down and either be on your knees or on your toes. So come to your variation of plank, please, and we're staying for 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the knees down, hips down, and rest in crocodile. Stay in crocodile, another few resting breaths in Makarasana. Okay. You can shift the hips side to side in your crocodile if you wish. Okay, we'll do another back strengthening work here. So extend both arms. Actually, let's stack the hands on the lower back. So forehead down, screw it down. So hands on the lower back, like this. Okay, and then with the inhalation, you're gonna lift the, extend the right arm forward, lift the left leg and the chest. And then on the exhalation, come down, place the left side of the head down. And then inhale the other side. Left arm, right leg, head, chest. And then exhale, place the head down on the right side. So continue alternating like this with the breath. Okay, repeat a few more times to each side, on each side. Okay, we finish with the right arm and left leg up. And rest. Turn your head to one side. Just remember which side you turn the head to. Okay, and now bring the head to center. And this time we're going to lift both sides of the body up. So extend your arms forward, hands on the ground, forehead down. And see if you can bring the feet together. Or you can try it, or if you need to take the feet apart when we come up. And then on the inhalation, bring the legs up first. And on the next inhalation, bring the chest and the arms up. 3 breaths. One more breath. And lower everything down and place your head down on the other side. Relax. Okay, good. And now roll over onto your back. All right, bring the knees into the chest. Place your hands on your knees. And now make circles with your knees. And maintain the connection with your hands to the knees. And reverse the circles. And now release the arms down and make a few more knee circles without the hands. And you can extend the legs away from you a little farther if you want. And reverse. Good. And take the feet down. Extend the legs away from you. Bring the arms over the head. Intertwine the fingers, rotate the palms out, and give yourself a full body stretch. And relax, bring the arms down. Okay. So staying on the back, please. Okay, bring both legs up. You can have a slight bend to the knees if you wish. Okay. Your arms are down at your sides, palms down. Okay. Now lower your left leg. It's pretty close to the floor, right? And then lower your right heel just a little bit. Flex both feet. Lift the upper body. The hands stay on the ground. Right here, we're breathing here about 5 breaths. And bring both legs up, back on the ground. Just take a resting breath. And on to the other side. So lower your right foot to the ground, lower your left heel. You can choose whatever angle. I mean, the higher the legs, they're a little bit, the less weight there is. So it's a little bit easier. So choose your angle. Then bring the shoulders up, hands stay on the ground. 5 breaths here. Good. And release. Bring both legs up, then bend the knees. And bring the feet down, resting here. Okay, now place your feet for bridge once again. Arms down alongside the body. We're going to keep the arms down this time. So, and we will do a few rounds of dynamic bridge. Again, with the breath. On the inhalation, start lifting the pelvis. Inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. And then on the exhalation, slowly lowering down. Continue. Okay, next time you're up in your bridge, stay there. You can roll the shoulders underneath you for more support. Make sure you're not pressing the chin into the chest. The head is neutral, right? Now bring the awareness to the back of your body. Squeeze the buttocks lightly, okay? And now see if you can release the front of the body, the abdominals, into the support of the back body. Breathe here. And on the next exhalation, slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. And relax your back on the ground, relax the lower back, the upper back. Okay, now take your feet to the knees bend, feet to the sides of the mat. Bring your arms into cactus position. And we're gonna windshield wiper the knees with the breath. So inhalation here in the center, and then on the exhalation, bringing the knees down to one side slowly. On the inhalation, back up. On the exhalation, to the other side. So continue like that. And now next time your knees are down to one side, it does not matter which side. So leave the knees down to one side. If you wish, you can bring the ankle on top of the knee. Depending, I'm not going to tell you which side, because you can be on a different side than me. But or just any variation, if you have a favorite variation of your supine spine twist, but do keep your arms in cactus, please. You can also choose to turn the head away from the knees. Breathe deeply. See if you can relax somewhere where tension is not needed right now. And then on the next inhalation, you will bring the knees up, adjust yourself as needed, and then drop the knees to the other side and take your variation of the spinal twist here. Do the same one as you did on the first side. Maybe turning the head away from the knees, maybe not. See if you can relax here. Find your breath. And breathe freely. All right, and now gently take yourself out of the pose. Roll onto your back. And then take your time. There's no rush here. And when you're ready, hug the knees into the chest. And gently rock side to side. Okay, now you can let your knees open out to the sides. And you can stay with the wind relieving pose like this. This is a wind relieving pose. If that feels good, if that's what you need right now, that's great. Or maybe relaxing the hips, the hip joints, letting the knees come to the sides of the rib cage. Or maybe even taking it a little bit further by coming into happy baby, grabbing onto your feet. Or maybe even straightening the legs one at a time. Or maybe you wanna open your legs into a wide V. That's a good one too. I really like this one. Just enjoying this stretch. We're winding down. We're almost done. Almost to our relaxation time. Okay, now release. Bring your feet down and then extend your legs away from you. Bring your arms over the head, intertwine the fingers, rotate the palms out. Now flex the feet. Take a deep inhalation here. And then exhale. Squeeze the abdominals and maybe even hollow out the belly. Hold and release. I'm asking you to hold your breath just for a couple of seconds. If that doesn't work for you, please don't do that. You never have to hold your breath if you don't want to. Again, take a deep inhalation, abdominals relaxed. And then a full, complete exhalation. Pushing out through the heels and hands, sucking in the belly, hold. And release. Let's do it one more time. On the exhalation, engage. And release. And now it's time to start preparing for the relaxation. If there is anything else you need to do, please do so. just any kind of release. Maybe if your body needs something before you go into the relaxation, now is the time. You have a few moments to complete the asana part of the practice. And to make yourself comfortable for the relaxation. So feel free to use the support under your head and neck and under your knees too. The lower back likes that when the legs are elevated for rest. Okay. So make your final adjustments here. Close your eyes. And let your body melt into the ground. Just relax. I know sometimes it's easy to say just relax, but see if you can. Sometimes I find it really helpful to just say silently to myself, relax, let go, surrender. So allow your body to relax into the ground. You're in the safe environment. The floor is safely supporting you. So give yourself permission to rest and relax. And this is the time when the body and the mind integrate everything that you have been doing. So this is a very important part of the practice. And the conscious relaxation is a lot more effective than when we do it by just like laying down or falling asleep or something like that. So it's more effective in the way that it happens quicker if we're mindful about that. Okay? So relax. And now bring your awareness to the crown of the head. And relax the skin on the top of the head. Relax your forehead and eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Let your eyes rest in the eye sockets. Relax the skin of the face, the temples, the ears. The jaw and the mouth. Relax the tongue. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And relax the back of the head, the base of the skull, the back of the neck. and the front of the neck. Relax your throat. Relax your shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows, the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. Back up the arms. Relax the upper back, the shoulder blades, the mid back, the lower back, and the buttocks. Relax the hips, the thighs, the knees, the lower legs, the ankles, the feet, and the toes. Breathe. Now back up the legs. Relax the hips once again. The pelvis, the abdominals, the front of the rib cage, relax the chest, the collarbones, and bring your awareness to your heart. Acknowledge your heart and let your heart rest for the time being. Let go of the worries, concerns, anything that's weighing on your heart. Relax the heart for the time being and let your heart rest for the time being. And now relax your shoulders once again. Relax the face. And bring your awareness to the area between the eyebrows. And a little bit deeper into the brain, the seat of the mind. Relax the area. And relax your mind. In a few moments, we're going to come out of the relaxation. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And take a few deeper breaths. And then start waking yourself up by wiggling your fingers and toes. Just whatever you like to do to gently bring yourself back to awareness. And keep your eyes closed for now. And then when you're ready, bend your knees and roll over to one side. Just take a moment on your side. And then come up to a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. Now with your eyes closed, bring your hands together and rub them against each other to generate some heat and also to activate those nerve endings in the hands. And then lightly cover your eyes. And then open your eyes into the hands. Taking the hands away, bringing yourself back to awareness. Okay. Let's bring the hands together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.